Meow meow, welcome back. We've had a break. And during the break, we were talking about a theme that now we're going to sort of continue our process. It'll be clear because he's going to kind of share it fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do my best to reflect it accurately to him. I am ready.
Nice. So, I notice a tendency to sort of be performative, but I'm gonna let that go as much as I can.
Okay.
Because the camera is on, I got into a different state.
Do you want to do something to address that feeling?
Speaking it out is the best.
Yeah.
Works best for
Can
me.
I observe that your body language that's the one that I used to do all the time, symmetrical, knees bent, hunched forward? That you don't actually have to look at me, but actually if you just express yourself while you're moving, I'll probably connect more easily with the energy that you're sharing. Unless this feels like the correct posture for it, in which case.
This is how I feel like sitting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so I came in with a certain expectation, let's say. I think people often do. And the expectation is, bluntly put, to learn to do cool things with your own body. Let's see. Now, to really learn things often requires also understanding a bit more meta stuff around it. And the meta stuff can transfer to other domains of life, and this is all amazing. But for me, the entry point would really be to have a couple of concrete, cool things that I can do with my own body. Right? So like stick my thumb in here and twist it like this, and then I'll be, whoa, interesting release feeling.
Okay.
So the best way for me sort of to go through this whole world of material, right? This life-size method. I think the best entry point for me would be a cool thing with the body, and then from there, I'd be like, "Why do you twist it?" I'd be like, "It's because we work with spirals, and and so on." So what do you do with spirals in the legs? Right? So from the very concrete, and then taking in maybe a meta concept, and more concrete, and a bit more meta, that would be, and following my curiosity would be amazing for me. So assuming this is it, right? You stick your thumb in there. Maybe my curiosity would be, why do you move? Or maybe it would be, is there fascia there? Very different questions. Both are relevant, but my ideal way of learning would be to follow, whichever one of the 10 questions I could ask is the one that's alive at that moment. So my question is, would you be okay with doing it like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Do you want me to reflect? I'll reflect it so you really know that I know what I'm agreeing to.
Yeah.
Cool. What I heard you say is that you came in here with some assumptions, expectations, that
Hopes and
there's
dreams.
hopes and dreams. There's like a methodology.
By the way, can I sort of, when you reflect and I'm like,
Yeah.
can I throw in one or two words
For
like I'm
sure.
doing?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It actually helps.
Okay.
Yeah. So you had some hopes and dreams, which included expectations about some sort of like teaching methodology. They're like, okay, he has a plan. I'm here. I'm the guinea pig. He called me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna comply.
Yeah. Go with the program.
Right. Exactly. And so that's one complete thought. And I feel like there's a second one, which is that your preferred method of learning is that you feel free to explore your present moment curiosities, even if it's not aligned with whatever the plan was. Like, if there was a plan,
Yeah.
can we not follow it? Can we be present with my present moment curiosities? Can I interrupt and ask questions and you actually answer my questions?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And your body showed excitement.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm also excited.
Nice.
This is how I would prefer to do it always.
Nice.
Always. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can I reflect? It seems like there's not really a plan. There's a lot of material.
Yeah.
And we can dive in at many points and we'll sort of
Yeah.
touch it as we go.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I get that I didn't effectively communicate that to you at the beginning.
That, let's say there's no plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what I started with them was, hey, we're here, we don't really know each other very well.
Yeah.
And my goal is that by the end of this, that you'll be able to really understand what is dynamic relating.
Yeah.
And I do believe we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Okay.
actually, it's happening.
Well,
I'm quite happy about it.
nice.
We are right now dynamically relating with each other. And the foundational first principle of dynamic relating, I call fractal principle.
Okay.
It basically means that whatever's happening in my energetic system at this layer of the fractal is microcosm representing the macrocosm, that everything's made up of smaller things.
Okay.
Your body's made of cells.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if your cells are ill, most of them, then the entity would be quite ill.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
if you have a society made up of a bunch of people and each person is individually quite unwell,
Yeah.
the society at large would be
Unwell,
right?
yeah.
And so we get to intervene at some layer of the fractal where we have agency. Now, I can change my own behaviors when I choose. I can't change your behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing something that I don't like, I can ask you to change your behavior for my benefit. And then we can do that. Right. This is how a lot of people navigate relationships.
Yeah.
Right. I'm suggesting a different approach
Okay.
where we each take more personal agency and empowerment to actively request things that we request in the present moment without fear. Ooh, would you pause? Thank you. I'm noticing a thing inside me. Now I want to guide. I want to shape right now.
Okay.
You've been letting me shape because you thought I had a plan.
Yeah.
But
right.
actually your shaping is super important to me. Like, I really wish to co-shape it with you. Right. And so what's been happening, like my assessment now of what's been happening is that you've not been participating in the shaping for some reason.
Yeah.
You had reasons.
Yeah.
And you don't like that you're not participating in it. So you're asking me for permission to do it. And I'm like, yeah, definitely, please do it.
Yeah.
And so from this point, actually, I shouldn't have to change anything about my behavior. You can just start to co-shape it with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You were open to that all along, but I
All
didn't know
along.
that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so this is a moment where we are calibrating
Yeah.
and we're reaching a shared reality. These are both literal vocab terms in the system. Shared reality is this moment where we're like, oh, you want to more actively participate and be more authentic? Oh, me too. Yes. And we can actually like celebrate it with our bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And be like, yes, okay, now we're going to make this thing together that's very mutual.
Yeah.
The whole thing has to be mutual in order for it to work, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So most people are not doing relationship that way.
Yeah.
They're just using the same strategy with every other person, trying to find the one who's willing to comply with their preferences. Eventually you find people who are willing to change their behavior enough to make you happy, but they don't really feel totally expressed in that.
Yeah.
Is like a lot of sacrifice and compromise, and like, you know, these are buzzwords in the psychology and counseling worlds of like, well, you have to meet in the middle. It's like, well, if we meet in the middle, it kind of feels like we're both going into negative space.
Yeah.
right?
So I have a very alive request right now.
Go for it.
Would you teach me a cool thing to do with my body?
Sure. Yeah, thanks for asking. You're already doing something right now with your foot that's quite relevant to the system,
All right.
which is that you need to, in order to balance the body, it's really helpful if your foot can pronate and supinate. And so pronation is when the big toe side moves towards the ground and the pinky side moves up.
Mm-hmm.
Supination is the opposite, where the big toe side pulls up, pinky side goes down.
Yeah.
I can point. This is a plantar flexion of my foot. If I go all the way there and I try to do this supination and pronation, it's pretty limited. Like you can't do a ton of it.
Yeah.
If I dorsally flex my ankle, I can do a lot more.
Yeah.
So this is one of the first principles. If you can't do a thing, it could be that you're just overextended. If you can draw the limb in closer, including bending the knee, including hinging at the hip, now I've got like way more range of motion here. So if I'm trying to balance on one leg, this would be the shape of the leg that allows me the most fine control of the muscles in my toes and in my ankle, which is why when you're balancing on one leg, if you bend your knee, it's much easier.
Yeah.
It also lowers your center of gravity, which means that every small movement that you make with your foot has more impact on your center of mass. The further away it is, it's just much more difficult. It requires more force, more power. So we can already practice, even like we can do it here. Take one foot behind you and just check through the engagement of your foot against the ground. Can you pull your knee forward and back, and can you move it from side to side? And as you're doing this, if you pull your stomach in, you tuck your tail down, you're going to get a stretch to the front of your right leg. Yeah. So don't look at what you're doing down there now. Instead, change whatever you need so that you really feel like you can.
Do you want to keep the foot flat on the ground or not? Necessarily.
So actually, my foot is all the time ready that the heel can lift, and the heel lifting and the knee moving forward happens kind of simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of like a pulley system. Right? Yeah, great. Now with this other leg here, if you internally rotate a bit more your thigh, cool, and tuck your tailbone down, pull your stomach muscles in tighter and sit up tall, probably has changed the sensation in your right groin, kind of, right? Like,
Yeah.
you feel a stretch there?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you want to accentuate this stretch, all you need to do is reach this right arm up and across further and allow yourself to twist a bit.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And from here, if we can just do some little pulses, and like I'm showing with my hand what my toes are doing. It's really like playing and rippling and pushing different parts in.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so you probably feel some muscles waking up through here, through here. And what I'm noticing is that when you bend your knee a bit more, your toes are pointing this way, but your knee is going a little bit that way.
Yeah.
So can you engage muscles and now pronate your foot more and push the big toe side in and check that your knee can track over your toes? Great. Better alignment, yeah.
There's a lot of
Here, let's take a break. Shake it out.
yeah. There's a lot of muscle tension. So I can do that. I can get into that posture.
Yep.
But this is like max muscle force now. As soon as I let go.
Right. So what this communicates about your body
Yeah.
is that to bring your knee into correct alignment requires exertion, which means that whatever is happening on the other side, opposite the exertion,
Yeah.
is probably shortened and tightened, maybe twisted.
Okay.
So like, imagine if I have my my leg here. If these tissues here on the inside,
But we can do it really concrete. So if I bend down,
yeah.
this is where my knees sort of, if
Yeah,
I
well,
don't use muscles, they go
Well,
here.
yeah, I'm actually showing you, this is relevant to your situation.
This is okay, yeah.
Or maybe I should say, rather than imagine if, I'm going to model with my leg what's happening to your leg.
Okay, yeah.
So here's my leg in its healthy alignment, and I can push. There's like if you connect the dots between my hip and my knee and my ankle and my toes, I'm able to press And if there was like a wall here, perpendicular, I could press against it and really like I could land on this foot from a jump.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, your leg has a bit of tension here on the inside, and you're kind of permanently supinated a little bit. What's also
Okay.
called inverted.
Supinated was
Yeah,
big
so-
toe up, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm permanently a bit supinated.
Yes, a bit supinated.
Yeah.
And in that supination, when you then bear weight on it, your arch collapses to the inside, and your knee tracks to the inside, and the foot's here. So in order to get
The foot's here. Where?
so the foot's in this kind of permanently inverted supinated position.
Yeah.
So in order to get this part onto the ground to bear weight, the knee has to track inside.
Okay. Yeah.
And over time, the musculature here on the inside becomes sort of permanently shortened because it is chronically in that position. And if you try to lengthen it, your foot would not make contact to the ground anymore. So in your walking pattern,
Let me just try.
Yeah.
So I'm standing, and if I now, so here it's permanently shortened.
so
Let me just.
so if you don't change anything from your foot, and
Yeah.
you just bend your knee a bit, you can see that like
Yeah, it gets pulled up.
this is not contacting the ground.
Yeah.
Right. So if you try to keep your knee in correct alignment, this part gets pulled up.
Yeah.
Or if you bear weight on the inside part and you bend the knee, then the knee tracks inside.
Yeah.
Right. So and neither of those are functional for walking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is something I've been wondering about for
Yeah. So this
Decades.
phenomenon, this is called knocked knee,
knocked knee.
and
okay.
they'll like measure the angle from vertical. And you know,
Yeah.
some people, their knees are like so knocked in that when they stand, they touch.
Right.
And
yeah.
actually, in women, this is considered to be kind of like a cute position. When they sit
Yeah, I can
with
imagine
skirts
the picture.
on,
Yeah.
they sit like this
Yeah.
or like this,
Yeah.
right? But actually, it's really it's causing a balance problem
Yeah.
for sure.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because the ankles are misaligned, the whole rest of the body kind of rearranges itself so that the person can adopt what's considered a normal standing posture. Right? You have to be standing up with your eyes kind of pointing forward. And
Yeah.
so if somebody has a postural thing where they're like kind of like bowed here and rounded here and locked out here, eventually you just insert the walker. And this is the normal pathology of aging in our culture. But actually in indigenous cultures, elders can still move like this because you won't lose this ability if you use it every day.
Ah.
Children who grow up with, you know, parents who model this sort of behavior, they never lose the ability to do it.
Yeah.
It's really amazing to like meet children who grow up with dancers and athletes and martial artists and to see they're like, oh, they're still like super fluid and flexible. But most kids modernly who grow up with screens and with unhealthy parents,
Yeah.
by the time they're 2 or 3, they already have the pathology.
Yeah.
Kyphosis, lordosis, forward head position. Yeah.
So
Shoulders up and pronated.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So,
That's terrible. So I'm 37.
Yeah.
And I have knocked knee.
right.
Right? Can I do something about that?
Definitely.
Okay. What can I do?
So, the first thing is to recognize that your ankle's fallen out of position here, which indicates that there's some shortening in tension here.
Here, inside
Like
of the ankle.
this.
Sort of top inside.
Yeah, this big bone is called the malleolus, and so just kind of just in front of it here, if I flex my ankle, I can feel how there's musculature here that really engages when I do this inversion thing. The
Yeah.
thing that your ankle is doing permanently, this is the muscle that does it. Right here.
So is this muscle kind of
Yeah.
cramped or permanently engaged?
So there's a few things going on. I'll invite you actually to maybe scoot back a little bit. Actually lean against that thing, and then I'll have your foot here, yeah? So actually this is a perfect use for the roller. So your foot is inverted, right? So the thing that would pull you into inversion. And actually do a stronger one. How far can you go? Yeah, cool. Now this is, when the ankle goes past this, it's called an inversion sprain. You could go so far.
If I've sort of...
Yeah, if it like went so far that these on the other side of your ankle, if those tendons or ligaments ripped or tore,
Yeah.
and the ankle like really displaced itself,
Yeah.
it's called an inversion sprain.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the same as breaking a bone. And if you don't totally rip a ligament, then it's just a sprain, if it's a partial tear, right?
Yeah.
So this has probably happened to every person alive at some point in time in their life. We've all kind of twisted an ankle at some point,
Yeah.
right? And so when you twist an ankle, all this stuff on the outside gets overstretched and torn,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this part on the inside has the ability to be even shorter than it normally would. If everything was intact over here, it couldn't even get this short.
Because it would, yeah,
It would naturally have like counter
pull it a
tension on
bit,
the other side.
yeah.
Great. So
Yeah.
when you do this counter tension, immediately it improves your posture
Okay.
just from engaging this counter tension.
So what I'm doing now is I'm tensing here to...
Yeah, you're contracting here on the opposite side,
Yeah.
which draws dorsal flexion and eversion, which is also called pronation.
Okay.
So there's these two different terms.
Inversion.
Yeah, inversion, eversion,
Eversion.
and then there's also supination and pronation. And,
Wait.
yeah,
Okay.
they're-
Those
they're
two are in
synonymous.
the front.
So I just want to make it clear.
Oh, they're synonymous.
Inversion.
Yeah.
So yeah, when your ankle inverts, you are supinating. They are synonymous terms.
Okay, yeah.
Just to make it super clear anatomically, when you evert, you are pronating.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, when a person lies face down on the ground, they call that position prone.
Yeah.
So I really associate prone with being like face down, right? And that's how you get your foot on the ground, is by pronating it, really.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you supinate it, you're actually, if you go far enough, you might be able to get the top of your foot onto the ground.
Yeah, I could walk.
You could.
on
Yeah,
this.
you could.
Yeah.
When I do a full supination, I really do make contact to the ground with the top of my foot. Especially if I'm in a position like here, where I'm like moving through here and I want to actually bear weight on my foot back there, it's in full supination.
And you
And
stand.
then when I do the pronating movement, it pushes the pinky toe in and it drives this movement, which draws my other foot around. And I'm still totally balanced, but look, now I have both foot in complete supination, external rotation. And because I've been training, I can do like, ballerina stances and stuff.
Interesting.
I
yeah.
could not get anywhere near that level of flexibility until pretty recently.
Oh, well, that's encouraging too.
Yeah, I used to be
How old are you?
39.
39. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's very encouraging.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So part of the process is doing this opposite movement.
Yeah.
So you're engaging the muscles out here that would cause a dorsal flexion.
And it wouldn't be stretching. It would be like doing it with my foot, with my muscles.
Right.
Okay.
So there's like strengthening exercises that you can do. But even before the strengthening exercises, the principle here is that the process of releasing this stuff over here is aided by the participation of these muscles on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So I'm touching you here on the sweet spot where we actually need to release.
Yeah.
And if you can play with decreasing and increasing the tension there into your fuller range of motion, like go all the way to the other side first. Like right now it's one note.
So
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Full range,
So
both
just-
sides. Yeah,
okay.
alternating super slowly.
Alternate.
Right,
Okay,
so
slowly.
yeah. And so when you're doing this movement, I feel increase in pressure. Now I feel you moving away. It's lessening, right? I can slide to the next spot and you again do the movement. As you do it, I feel that there's like something happening beneath my fingers. The muscle is waking up beneath my fingers because it's been sort of cold and hard and stuck. It's really helpful
Okay,
just
waking up, not just sort of
Yeah.
getting activated, but also getting loosened or...
use it and loosen it at the same time and alternate. So like right now, focusing here, but I can equally have some fingers on the other side. So as you do this next movement, feel how the muscles beneath my finger here are waking up.
Yeah.
Right. So you can do this with your own hands, right?
So I'd put my fingers on there.
And I'm alternating.
And do I sort of Because there's a lot of space here. So how do I find the right place?
You'll feel the muscles moving beneath your finger.
Sort of in the middle of the muscle group, let's say.
Right, so there's multiple muscles that do every movement. There's almost nothing in your body that is the result of just one muscle moving.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing movements that involve spirals. And so when I'm playing with this alternating between pronation and supination, I'm also including dorsal and plantar flexion, and I'm also rippling my toes, and I'm also allowing that my knee and my hip, anytime, trace through these spiraling patterns. I'm also allowing that my other leg and hip make space for this one to explore more fully.
Yeah.
So I'm not just doing this, right? It's a full body.
Could I say the rest of your body is facilitating it?
Yeah.
It's like
It's participating in
doing
it.
whatever is helpful for this to sort of happen more fully?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like, okay.
This actually is a nice way to frame the entire practice.
Yeah.
Your whole body as a unit should support whatever is the focus at that moment. So right now I'm focusing on my ankle. And the reason I'm focusing on it is because the teacher told me to focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That I understand, like, one of the first principles is that if you build on a foundation that's tilted, then everything else is going to have to compensate.
Yeah.
And the curved structures are not nearly as supported
Yeah. Yeah.
as the ones that are more straight.
Straight
right?
column, yeah.
Right. Or even more supported, the ones where the base is wider than the top,
Yeah.
like a pyramid, right?
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in a shape that's like a banana trying to balance itself on the table, it's tough.
It's constant work.
It's all the time work, right?
Yeah.
Unless you allow yourself to fall and you roll along that edge and you roll back and you roll back.
Yeah.
Because a banana with agency
It's a very happy image.
could rock itself pretty effortlessly if it didn't resist its nature. Because
Yeah.
its nature is all it really does is rock or flop to the side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if it had agency and its goal was just to keep rocking, it could.
yeah. Very
Now-
light.
Right. Now, sometimes when I'm dancing and moving through space, that's the quality of movement that I would like to have. And so I intentionally shape myself like a banana that has agency, which means the banana can slightly change its shape and it can spiral itself too.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we should make a cartoon. Banana.
Probably.
I'm a banana. Ah! Okay. So here we are, and so I'm gonna show you with my hands a bit what maybe you could do with your hands.
Yeah.
And
So I keep doing the pronating and
right. So
supinating,
here I'm touching the part that I want you to wake up. I'm touching it specifically.
But just to check, my foot I keep doing,
Definitely.
and the rest of my body sort of moves
Absolutely.
in concert with that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you
Yeah.
were
So
saying
here I'm touching here. I want you to wake that muscle up.
yeah.
Here, right? Good job. Right. Now your toe also can do something. Feel that?
Ah, yeah.
Changes the situation a little bit. So when you are doing a inversion, your big toe
You do
participates.
the full again back to the spirals. You
Always
sort
include
of-
the spirals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
So
not just a
now-
local
yeah.
this, but it's a whole.
Right. So the idea now is like, how do you wake up this area? And because I'm here on the other side, I can feel it stretching beneath my fingers. On this side, I feel it activating beneath my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now I'm just slightly repositioning, and I invite you to switch to the other side super slowly. How do you activate from here? It's going to include your big toe, and even the pinky can cascade down the other way. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm inviting,
And notice my leg is playing a part.
yeah, I'm
Sort of-
inviting that you follow, let your body rearrange itself. Like as your leg comes here, that this leg might shift just a little bit to there, right?
Mhm.
To be more dynamic, much more dynamic in what the rest of your body is doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So I
Keep-
noticed that.
Keep moving.
Well, I
Or you
can't
wanna
do
stop?
everything at the same time. So
Okay, so you would rather stop the practice to talk about something.
yeah, for just a
Okay,
sentence.
Pause.
Because I noticed that when I'm sort of experimenting there,
Mhm.
90% of my attention goes there.
Mhm.
And when you say like, let the rest of your body move along,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, that needs an active sort of repositioning of my attention. So I'm like, okay,
Momentarily, yeah.
well, it'll take a while. For
Well,
me.
that's the story that you have about yourself. I understand that you have a story about yourself that you are limited in some way, that you can't do the two things simultaneously. Is that not what you said?
I'll just finish what I was going to say.
Go ahead, yeah.
Because I've done physiotherapy and stuff like that before, and then most of the, let's say, assignments that I've done have been very focused. Make this, but not integrated. So full body spiral. Let everything move along.
Right.
So I noticed it really requires a reorganization of my attention to go into the spiraling. And for a while, I think it'll be a back and forth, like, oh, I'm spiraling. Oh, wait, my foot. Oh, yeah. And then I guess after a while, it'll be an integral thing. But I'm also saying this not just for our process, but because I'm in the role of first-time student. I'm like, okay, as a first-time student, this is a big thing I notice.
Got it. Thanks for bringing it up. May we step into the meta for a moment, away from the physical practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. The principle that you're helping me now to illustrate is many people have some fear that they're not doing it well enough or fast enough, or they have to make some sort of excuses or reasons for why a process is taking the amount of time that it's taking. It's like telling the other person, hey, please be patient with me. Or, hey, I'm feeling a bit self-critical, or I'm a bit overwhelmed, or it's like it's an energy of shrinking from feeling not good enough. And I believe that that's the energy pattern that is expressing itself now through you in some way. And if I'm wrong about that, I would love for you to help me calibrate.
Maybe that's part of it.
Which part did I miss?
Well, that it's like an unusual move of attention.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, it's not just let my knee and my torso do this, but it's also let my attention do this new thing. So I wanted to highlight that, like, hey, my attention is doing a new thing.
So what's your intention in sharing? No, in sharing it with me. I understand you've just shared with me that you're aware that there's this new thing you're trying to do.
Well, I'm saying it out loud for myself.
Yeah, okay.
And I think also for if someone is watching, it can be an interesting thing to notice.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah.
Just for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm actually not concerned with any of them right now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to relate with you.
Okay.
What we can model for them is excellent relating that doesn't include them.
Okay.
So when we try to include them, because they're like ghosts to us, we don't know who they are. Any person could watch this. So if we try to craft it for any other person that's not here, you're now acting as a representative of some energy pattern that you might be projecting onto one of the listeners and maybe trying to protect them from something. I don't know. But it's actually not supportive of our process of relating only with each other.
You don't like it?
Well, I find it unhelpful. Like, what I want to know is what matters to you, not what do you think would help them.
Well, it also helps me relate to me.
Then in that case, if that's the primary intention, is that you, by voicing what you're feeling, you get to relate better with yourself and I get to witness it. That's great. We're doing it right now. Right. But you also added this other part of like, I think it's good that we're doing this for their benefit.
Yeah, and you don't like that?
Well, I just think it's a slippery slope. It's a little bit dangerous to do that because then you've said before you have this sort of like performative thing that you'll feel sometimes. And what I'm inviting you to do is don't perform in any way, shape, or form. Don't change the way that you're relating with me or with this experience because it's being observed by other people. As soon as you do that, it takes my attention away from relating with you. And now we're having like a disagreement about reality, as you said before. Like, you think that it's going to be good for them that we're considering them, and I think that it's causing disconnection. And so now we have to come to like a shared reality on this disagreement before we can really have
Okay,
that.
but you also consider them, because you speak to me, assuming that I am a total student.
No, I don't. No, I clarified earlier that I don't want you to act as a total student. I wish to have dialogue with you. We're having it right now. You're challenging me. You're asking questions. You're following your curiosity. Well, actually, are you following your curiosity in this moment, or are you trying to create more comfort for you and for them? Like, your intention behind what you shared, I'm imagining reasons for it because you didn't state it clearly. But you did eventually, right? You said, like, my intention in sharing this is so that I can better understand my own process. So if I'm in that frame, then I can just listen forever and be like, go ahead and speak out loud to support you in your own process. And I really invite you to do it now. I'm going to listen until you feel good, and then we can maybe do something else.
Yeah. Let's drop this part. Let's go back to the
ankle.
The ankle.
Okay, cool. I'm happy to do that. So we're touching these two places that have become both of them misaligned, probably through injury.
Yeah.
Right.
And to recap for me, lengthened and shortened.
Right. That's the pattern.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then it kind of, it healed in that position. And all of the fascia that was formed during the healing process, it wrapped the muscles in their shape. So this one was shaped smaller and more like a boulder.
Yeah.
And it got wrapped in fascia.
Yeah. So there's boulder-shaped fascia here.
Exactly. And here, there's a muscle that got pulled and stretched like silly putty, almost to breaking, and it got wrapped in fascia.
Yeah.
And at no point in time did it ever get to return to its original shape.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is shaping it.
And my feet are both have basically the same thing.
They do, yeah.
So how does that work? Because you say probably through injury?
Well, don't you think at some point in time you've probably sprained both of your ankles as a kid when you were running around, or...
Yeah, but not simultaneously.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Each one can have its own unique journey of getting sort of contracted.
Okay, and then they end up in a similar place.
Well, and what's interesting is that when you do, like, imagine you begin with a really healthy, balanced structure that, like, the child can tiptoe around and they can easily pronate both feet to get the balls of the foot. You can really bear weight on this part underneath your big toe. No problem, right? And then there's an injury. And during the time that they're recovering from the injury, they wear a cast or a boot or something. So now this ankle is limited in its movement.
Yeah.
And the other foot has to, like, compensate for that balance problem. And the way it does it is by bringing the knee closer underneath the center of the body.
Carrying the whole body.
Carrying the whole body weight.
Yeah.
And so it starts to adopt a similar shape just from compensation.
Yeah.
And once you've weakened it a little bit, you're much more likely to sprain it later.
Yeah.
And so you sprain one, and then a few months later, you sprain the other one, or even a year or two later, and you don't realize that they're connected, but they really are.
Yeah.
And then most humans are trained to stand in bilateral symmetrical positions. You just stand straight.
Yeah.
The idea that you might stand like balancing on one foot with the other one wrapped around like this is considered very feminine and kind of provocative. Men don't do that. Men stand neutral, military, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So as you do that, and you already have this like weakness in your ankle, then for sure over time the pathology will worsen. And like the thing that's already short and wrapped in fascia can even shorten more and get wrapped in more fascia.
Yeah.
But it's not going to simultaneously lengthen itself for no reason. Like you have to do it.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is...
So how do we do it?
Yeah, we're bringing life and movement back to this fascia that's been bundled up and then wrapped, right? So first, we need to address the fact that it's wrapped. And so we're like trying to peel the...
Is fascia not supposed to be wrapped? I don't really have a clear image of fascia.
Sure, so...
In general.
Okay, so you have muscles.
Yeah.
And the muscles are tubes, basically.
Yeah.
When a muscle contracts, it shortens, and it always shortens in the same direction. Your muscles can't just pull a 90-degree.
Yeah. They just...
Right. So if your muscle that's like spiraling here, and there's another muscle that spirals there, you can wrap them together in like a tube that functions as a continuous spring. So there is in your body, it wraps around the bottom of your foot and it comes up through here and it crosses the center and it comes and it flows through your arm, crosses over here, comes back through here, comes all the way up the
Basically,
back.
complete skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your body is a tube, basically, wrapped in on itself.
Yeah.
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 So at some point in time, somebody took your tube and they just like bent it like this. And then they wrapped it all up. So it's wrapped in that shape.
Yeah.
That's not functional.
Yeah.
If it was wrapped in its correct alignment, the wrapping is very functional. It's protective, it's elastic. It is the tensegrity that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
It works much better when the muscles are in their position where they are free to contract and to soften, and they're full of blood and they're well trained. So by doing exercise and by taking creatine and eating enough protein,
Yeah.
that these muscles that have atrophied and died will very quickly beef back up.
Yeah.
The creatine really, really helps. The creatine, 5 grams a day, every day for the rest of your life, really, really helps. It's not cheating. You deserve it. So do you. So do I.
Yeah.
So you want these muscles that are like small, you want them to be able to stretch.
Yeah.
In order to stretch them, you have to start to unbundle that fascia that's wrapped around it. So you can really think of it like it's shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
And so how do you get off shrink wrap? You have to kind of pick at the edges of it and peel layers off.
Yeah.
You can't get shrink wrap off by just pushing on it. You have to pull it. So the reason it's really essential to have short fingernails,
I did.
yeah, is because you can go with the tip of your finger, and if here is like neutral, here is positive, here's negative.
So bending with the nail towards the
Yeah, so
skin a bit.
so the direction, so let's take a bigger muscle I can demonstrate on.
Yeah.
So you might even want to like make yourself way more comfortable. You could lie down, you could get pillows. You have a lot of options here.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that like I would prefer that you take care of your comfort rather than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if at any point you're not comfortable, great. Okay, so we can illustrate this principle here with the muscles in your thigh. Cool. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm making sure that it's possible for you to relax. So now that your knee is supported here, what you'll notice is that your foot has fallen into its normal inverted shape.
Yeah.
If you just gently do that exploration we were doing before, you'll find that the heel, which also can invert and evert, this here will push against the ground and it might bring your leg in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting to lift the knee up.
Yeah, exactly. And now that you're there, if you dorsally flex your foot a little bit, you might notice that there's even more space for movement in the relationship between your knee and your ankle. Anytime your ankle moves, your knee also can move to accommodate and support the movement, or it can move in opposition and resistance to create extra tension. So you basically choose, am I going to do the movement that increases tension or that releases tension?
Yeah. Yeah. So I move my ankle one way, and then my choice at the knee is to go with or against it.
Right, and it's actually simultaneous. So as you're moving the ankle,
Yeah.
the knee is also moving. And now when I say the knee, I both mean the ability for it to like shorten itself, but also you can focus the shortening on the inside or the outside. So even the knee, when it bends and straightens, it can spiral a little bit. Great. Yeah, so now that you're doing that, I can feel under here. This is...
I want to be close to it rather than most comfortable.
Can I invite that you'll never be able to see it until later, but that if you try to see it with your eyes, you won't be able to feel it with your
Okay,
body.
I'll go for the physical
And
sensing.
this is actually one of the foundational principles of dynamic relating,
Okay.
is focus on meeting me here. This part doesn't matter at all right now.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Right. And so now I'm relating with you at this
I
location.
like
right?
this part is red.
Yeah. And you also can have an eye mask if you want. There's one on the table right there. And it might actually help you to bring more awareness to the proprioception, to the physical sensing. Cool. So now I'm in a good spot. I'm in that zone between the movement and the lack of movement. And so I'm inviting you to be the one who shows me which movement is possible and which not. Yeah.
I'm getting waves of cramp.
Where is it?
It's here.
On the inside here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to move to there. You can relax your leg and let it be on the roller. And I noticed that your ankle fell out of its healthy alignment and that underneath my fingers, the tension increased a lot. So can you do that, like shortening here with some dorsal flexion? Yeah.
This way?
Yeah. Cool. And relax, but stay a little bit in this shape.
This
Cool.
rather than this, or?
Yeah. So basically, what I'm inviting you is to come into a shape of ankle where everything is more integrated, like not pulled out of alignment, but rather seated deeply in its alignment.
Yeah.
Now, to do that at this stage does require, for you, active muscular engagement.
Right.
So,
yeah.
so when I say, now relax the leg, I still want you to have some awareness of your ankle.
Can I interpret it as now bring the leg into... Wait.
Go ahead.
Bring the leg into a healthy position with minimal muscular tension?
Yeah. That's a great way
but
to
what
say
is needed, still
Right.
do that.
Right.
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll be doing more than is necessary, and I might just kind of tickle here, and so you can relax the foot a bit. You can even relax it totally, and I'm going to hold it in its correct alignment.
Okay.
And even I can show you that it's a little bit more action from your toes.
Is needed.
Yeah. And also I'm going to now invite, follow with the direction that I'm like guiding here. Can you follow along with this movement?
So you're pushing, so should I
Follow it, yield to it,
yield?
allow
yeah.
it. Yeah. So this is what I call following or yielding.
Yeah.
Now, resist. There it is, from the foot.
From the foot, yeah.
Exactly. Now, can you do more from you can bend the knee even a little bit. Bend the knee a little bit. Notice as you bend the knee even more, you get more push into the foot.
Yeah, I
right?
get way more
Right.
agency, how do you say?
More agency, more leverage, more power,
Yeah.
better alignment. Right. So when the knee is bent,
Wow, it's a big difference.
big difference, right? Now you can actually take this further. You can push into a full pronation. How far can your ankle go? Now, right now you're doing just this. I'm talking about this.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And notice how I'm touching here. So if the big toe actually pulls itself back, it'll push forward the part that I'm hooked on here. Now bend your knee a bit. Bend your knee a bit. And now push from the toe.
Wait, push from the toe where?
Yeah. You feel where I am? Here.
Push from the toe to there. Okay.
Push from the toe was not the right words.
Okay.
So the principle I'm trying to illustrate here, if you touch me there, if I do just this, so I want you to let me win a little bit.
Okay.
So allow, and actually this position is probably not going to work. Yeah, find a way that you can give me a little bit of resistance. Yeah. So let me move. Allow, yield. Cool. So this alignment here, it's actually too far. You see how I'm pointing that way? I'm offline with my leg bowed.
Yeah.
Yours is knocked, right? So you can fuck it up in either direction. But in this case, I'm pronating too much. I want to come back to where I feel that I can press. So can you touch me here? I'm going to position your thumb a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I want you to feel how when you push in there, that I actually can accept it.
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm going to grow, and I want you to let me grow. Let me grow. You see how the toes are unfolding like a flower?
Yeah.
While the ankle is pressing, and I'm adding just a little bit of pronation, but not too much. Now I lost it, right?
The turn.
It's just here.
Yeah.
If I supinate and I try to press, I also lose it. So it's really about loading, and now I'm moving into this space while the toes pull back. If the toes round forward, you feel how I lose the direction.
Yeah.
Right. So this quality of movement of the fingers opening, you can do it with the hand too.
Yeah.
So I'm like winding up. My wrist comes back while my fingers are softly curled forward, right? And there makes this like cave in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So right. So but your wrist really needs to come back further. Yeah. And from there, my wrist push forward while the fingers grow. And then I have this point right here, a little bit higher. It's like, this is how it loads,
Yeah.
and this is how it grows. Now I want you to actually compress it. You feel how it loads back in the same direction as my elbow?
Yeah.
And then when I change the shape, but you're not yielding at all right now,
Yeah.
right? If you yield, then the wrist can also expand.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the foundational principle of dynamic movement. When you're moving towards me, if I don't yield at all, then you can't keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I meet you with equal and opposite pressure, then we can meet in the middle where we're both positive. We can share weight.
Yeah.
But if one person is doing the thing where they share weight and the other person is not ready for it and they're falling away, then we've already lost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So learning how to, like, if you're going to come touch the bottom of my foot, learning how I can get into this correct alignment such that where you're pressing is into my ankle, my knee, my hip, and I really have power with my whole body, that this is a force you cannot resist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this thing of curling the toes while we do a maximal dorsal flexion and bending the knee and the hip, that from here, I actually drive this movement. You see how I'm twisting? Mm-hmm. It comes from the floor way back there. It's like, you see how literally my hip is moving forward, my knee is moving forward, my ankle is moving forward as the shape is changing.
Yeah.
Right. And as you're receiving it, what you're modeling right now is a zigzag, right? Mm-hmm. Which it's not very strong.
No.
Now I'm going to do the same with your foot, and I'm gonna try to receive it in a way that like comes into my body.
Okay.
So
I start soft like this.
Right, and a little bit. You're already you're a bit challenged by your flexibility at your hip.
Okay.
So in order for you to push this way,
Yeah.
you'll need to be a little bit more like starting from like here.
Can you exaggerate where I was? Okay.
Right. So when you load, and even think of loading this knee to the opposite side of your body a little bit, like as you contract and prepare, the right knee should track across the center line of your body. Another way that you can change the center line of your body is by curving your spine. So right now your spine is curving away from your leg, now it's curving towards your leg. Mm-hmm. So just by changing that up there, definitionally, the leg is now across your center line.
Centering like this.
Exactly. Now, and you can even twist further, and now it's across the center line. Now that arm might have to come out. Right. And so now you're in a position that is not symmetrical. You're spiraled up. From a spiraled position, you're going to have way better luck pressing from your foundation, right? And eventually arriving to this shape here. Now, I would say try not to go quite that far with your knee. Yeah. Your ankle, will you show me how much it can do in terms of dorsal and plantar flexion? Great, that's plantar, and there's dorsal. Great. Okay. In this dorsal flexion, if you allow your toes to soften, I can get deeper in here. Yeah. You can bend your knee a bit more too, and you feel like you're coiling. Mm-hmm. Now, if you begin all of the movements simultaneously, including your toes pulling back and your ankle pushing forward, then I'll feel the connection here.
Okay.
Yeah, toes back. Nice. Ankle forward. Cool.
What is it? What do you mean ankle forward?
Plantar flexion.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So start with as much dorsal flexion as you can. And This doesn't quite feel the same as it was before, so I'm curious what's changed from your perception.
I'm
Yeah,
more dorsal.
exactly. So you need full. Let's just make sure we have the same terms. Plantar, the plantar surface of your foot is where you get plantar warts. It's on the bottom.
Okay.
The dorsal surface of your foot is where the dorsal fin goes on a dolphin. It's on the top.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a dorsal flexion is a shortening of the top of your foot.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it now. Dorsal flex, dorsal flex, dorsal flex. Great. Now, you can also add into your dorsal flexion a little bit of inversion or eversion, and you might feel like when you do one or the other, it limits your ability to dorsal flex.
Yeah.
So if you can create more dorsal flexion for yourself, please do so by calibrating a little bit the side-to-side movements of your ankle. So now, great, you're in full dorsal flexion. Cool. You also have some internal rotation here, which is good, and your knee is tracking over your foot, which is also good. Now, it looks really knocked, but it's fine because you have an internal rotation of your femur. That's what we're seeing here.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, because it looks really knocked. I'm surprised
It
to hear you say that.
Yeah, it really. But that's the thing is, this is the best alignment that your knee is capable of with its current physiological shape.
Okay.
Your knee is knocked.
Yeah.
It's not going to unknock itself immediately, but you can partially unknock it by just allowing that your foot comes into a little bit more pronation and dorsal flexion, dorsal flexion. I know you can do more. Yeah. And if you want even more, make a little curl in your toes and notice that there's more. You can probably do more now. Cool.
Yeah.
So now here is the weight-bearing surface of your foot. Just play with the toes. Feel how just by pulling your toes towards you, that it changes the shape here. Great.
Yeah, push it out.
Exactly. So by retracting this top part, you push the next joint forward. It's another principle. Right? If this one goes that way, the counterbalancing movement is that the next joint goes the other way. Everything in the body snakes back and forth, yeah? So here we are. We want to bear weight on this one. And so what you can do is pull while you're also doing this plantar flexion, and you're also pressing from your knee. Great. And yeah, I feel you're pretty strong, right? This is connecting to here, but I don't feel it connecting to there.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
the question is, can you do something with your other leg and your spine to make it possible for you to get a push? Yeah, and you can play with this a lot too. You can try pushing from out there. Yep. It's really just about trying to make a straight line between your hip, your knee, and your ankle.
Yeah.
So you want to unknock your knee as much as you can.
Not my
Right.
knee.
And now that you've unknocked your knee, now that you've unknocked your knee, the next step is to change the shape of the foot.
Yeah.
More dorsal flexion. More dorsal flexion. You can do it. Yeah. And relax the toes. Even curl the bottom of the foot forward. Great. Right now you're inverted. Can you pronate? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, better. And also wake up. Wake up this area here. Your heel has the ability to also invert or evert. Yeah, there we go. Now these muscles are participating too.
Well,
Cool.
I have no idea what I did.
It's okay, but something's moving here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Great, that movement. Yeah. Cool, and then do whatever feels like the opposite to that movement.
No, honestly,
It's okay. Don't come
I
with
can't-
words. Just practice, please. You're doing it already. Let your doubts go. You're doing it.
I'm not feeling it.
It's okay.
I'm hearing from you that I do it.
Yeah,
so
can
I
you-
don't have that internal
It's okay.
feedback.
It's okay. It takes like 10 repetitions before you'll actually start to feel it. Your mind is not going to get you there. Your body will get you there.
No, but if you tell me do more of it, and I have no idea what it is, like,
But
was
I
it
just
grabbing
told you, I
this?
just told you it's happening now. You're doing it. So instead of being like, but I don't totally understand it yet,
No, it's not understanding.
or you don't feel it. What do you not feel? You can't feel that there's movement, that there's something different.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what was happening.
Okay. So I have to say that, like, from my perspective, if there's an area of your body that's been like dormant, sleeping for a long time,
Yeah.
and I invite you to wake it up, and you do, and I go, great, good job, you're doing it, and you go, we need to stop the process because I'm not feeling it.
I didn't say we need to stop the process.
But it did stop the process.
You sat back. You don't have to sit back.
I know, but I don't actually know how to engage with your body when you're coming with your mind. Your mind and your body can only one at a time communicate with me, it seems like. or that's the story that you've told me, that it's going to take you some time. This full body thing, it's a new thing for you. Like, I think that, like, well, let me ask you, what do you want in this moment?
I want to continue what we're doing.
Okay. Are you willing to trust me in this process? Are you willing to let me guide you?
Yes.
Okay. What do you need in order that you can keep practicing even when your mind is resisting?
I have no idea what to answer to that question.
That's okay. Do you want to take a moment to think about it and make any invitation or request of me that you can think of? Or say, actually, I'd rather just keep going.
I was fine. And you sat back and like stopped the whole thing.
I know. Because I'm feeling disconnected. So from this distance, I feel like I'm comfortable to relate with what's happening right now.
Okay.
But I don't feel ready to go and engage in that practice.
Okay.
We need to
What do you need?
Yeah. I need a moment of clarity.
Okay.
Like, I feel like there was a rift, and we can repair it. I would like to repair it.
Okay.
Now,
I'm happy to just continue. So,
okay.
What's left of the rift on your side?
Sure. So I asked, are you willing to follow my guidance? And you were like, you didn't give a clear yes to that. Right.
I am willing to follow your guidance.
Right.
And sometimes I will not understand what it is you're asking.
I know. It's fine. I'm super happy that sometimes you don't understand the thing yet, because it means that we're close to reaching a new understanding. Like, right at the edge of that moment of discovery, some energy is coming up that has you verbally engaging me and stopping the physical process.
I didn't stop.
But you did. So I was touching your body, and I was inviting something to happen. And at some point, you actually did stop doing it while you were talking.
Yeah, but not because I was talking.
Are you sure? Well, why do you think you stopped?
Because I was trying.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there's
Yeah.
lots of muscles, lots of different groups there that
Uh-huh.
I'm not used to consciously engage. If
True.
you tell me lift your pointer
Mhm.
finger,
Mm-hmm.
I know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me lift your, I don't know, middle toe, I
Mhm.
don't know what to do. This is a difference.
I understand.
Yeah. And here I was feeling out this sort of semi-dark, dormant area.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the many invitations I sent there apparently did the thing that you
Mhm.
were looking for.
It did a thing, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, that one. And I sent like 10 invitations at the same time. So I don't know which of the 10
Okay.
was the relevant
Okay.
one. So
Got it.
when you say do more of that, I cannot directly do more of that.
Could you do all 10 again?
Yeah, so
whatever you've just done, can you do that again?
probably
You can try, right?
yeah,
You can intend to do it again.
definitely.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
That's the guidance that I'm asking. Are you willing to follow it?
Yes.
Amazing. So I didn't get that until this very moment. What I got from you was a total unwillingness to follow a practice that, like, I'm certain will help you. I'm here in service to me and you and the world, right?
I believe that.
Yeah, and I know that you believe it. So what I'm really curious about is what motivated you to tell me that you couldn't do it. Or I don't even know what you actually said, but like something came up in you and you communicated it to me. What was the deeper desire there? What do you wish from me to receive in that communication?
How about we continue, and if it happens again, then maybe we can analyze it. Now it's
Sure,
a while
sure.
ago. I said something, and you
Yeah.
apparently it touched something in you.
It
and
did. I think it's a beautiful trailhead, like a marking place for a path that we could walk on that would reveal something deeper about how you orient towards growth processes where you don't really know what you're doing yet.
Could it be that there's something in how you orient towards growth processes?
Oh yes, for sure. It's both of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I just think that I have real clarity on what I'm intending to do right now.
I believe that.
Right.
100%.
And I'm not sure that you have, actually.
I'm pretty sure that I don't.
Okay, cool. So in this moment where like I have
That's
super clarity about the intention of what we're doing here, and you don't have the
Yeah,
clarity.
but I didn't try to stop the
I,
process.
I know you didn't try, right? But
I said something and then you jump back.
well, it was
You didn't
it
jump
was
back.
it was in stages. You know,
Yeah,
I slowed
yeah,
down, and
absolutely.
I eventually I decided to move away because touching you wasn't working for me anymore because you weren't in relationship to the touch. You were relating with me more from your mind.
Can we go back to the touch?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I already did a
Okay.
moment
Can
ago,
we
right?
once again do that?
Sure. So before I start touching, I invite you to start moving it as if I'm already touching it, and that'll help me understand where to touch it.
Okay.
So,
In this same
like I'll model it. You're like playing with the alignment between your knee and your ankle, playing with the pronation and supination.
all of them.
Yeah,
Just mixing them up.
Yeah, and actually, don't even focus too much on this. Rather, allow that your whole body is going to move.
Yeah.
And you can even close your eyes and just make sure that it's comfortable and that it feels like it's connected in some way to your belly.
Okay.
This is the center, yeah. And so, as you're doing this, now I'm gonna participate, and I'll give you little things that you can push against. And then you might try doing the opposite thing, and you'll notice that on the other side, I'm ready to meet you over here as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel you contracting, and so I'm giving you resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And now try something different.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you give me a push, it's like push against it for a bit, then try something different.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to catch you already in movement. So you're doing a movement, and you might slowly repeat the movement in an oscillating way, meaning you go all the way, maybe all the way bending until you can get your knee as close to the ground as it will go. And you might have to bend your knee to get it there, right? So what if you bend more? Yeah, and eventually it will get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the opposite thing would be maybe taking it and using your foot muscles as part of this exploration to bring your knee all the way across to here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then slowly reverse and use your foot. Like just be curious about how your foot on the ground can draw this open and
Ooh, cramp.
yeah, touch the place where you have the cramp. Great. Cool. So your body is revealed. Where is the next piece of the puzzle? It's right here.
Okay.
This muscle connects all the way to your heel down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I invite you to do is to try to lengthen and shorten this little area here, right next to your Achilles tendon. Yeah, great. And as you're moving this part, and again, I ask you to don't look with your eyes.
Okay.
Are you willing to wear the mask? I think it would actually really help, like a lot.
Okay.
Cool. Let's try it. Okay.
Funky.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Okay, it's fun. You have a bit of a halo now. Okay, so now that you can't see what you're doing, it's okay to let your eyes like look up, down, left, right, anywhere, and your jaw and your eyes, your chin, they're all in relationship to each other. And there's this place here that had the cramp, and the idea would be to include this part in your movement, in your full body movement. Yeah, nice. I feel it activating under my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And continue to explore something different now. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. And now notice, now we're doing something, right? You're moving, I'm resisting. You can keep going, all the way, all the way, all the way. All the way,
Ooh, cramp.
all the way. Okay. Mm-hmm. And now notice that like that's kind of as far as I can follow you, and you can now go the opposite direction. And I have some resistance for you here.
No, I want to push against the cramp though, or.
So I think
Sure.
more ankle movement is what's going to release this cramp, and more knee and hip movement. Basically, just more movement. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm like in the spot, and if you Think of standing on your tiptoes, like you're going to bounce, like you're going to jump. Imagine how you would use your ankles to jump. There we go. Nice. Is it still cramping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on and off.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like right in here somewhere.
It's here.
This one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, let's bend your knee a little bit more. And keep exploring movement all the way. Yep. Let yourself rotate your leg externally. Great. Pause here and remember that your ankle also has something to do with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Oof. Mm-hmm. Keep that ankle exploring. Great. Excellent. So can you feel how here it's free? And as I move down,
Where you sort of plucking.
yeah, here it won't pluck quite the same way. It's a little bit lower pitched pluck. And here it's even lower pitched pluck, and here it doesn't pluck at all. So your like zone of opportunity, if you can come back towards me and feel how, yeah, now that you're closer to me, you can even go further. And if you even go further, that I have something I can pull on, and you can pull back. You can use the muscles in your hip to draw your, yeah. And let your ankles participate too, yeah. And let your foot come down to the ground, yeah. And don't lift your foot from the ground. Like
Okay.
your hip is going to do
So
some
slide,
movement.
like-
Yeah, exactly. And remember the ankle. So what I'm doing right now is I'm inviting you to yield and follow this ankle movement. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Great.
And sort of go back and forth, or towards me, Mandy?
You're doing great. I think just keep exploring. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a sort of a default answer to your question, which is just keep exploring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. This way or that way. Yes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I'm noticing that there is here as well. So here's an invitation for movement. Great. Here's a spot that like is like pretty soft and loose here. And as I follow this muscle down, when I get to here, it feels much tenser, tighter. It's like the muscle atrophied and the fascia wrapped around it, and it got a little stuck onto this bone. So I'm gonna put my foot here to give you something you can push against.
Okay.
You can feel how my foot is doing a little bit of this like exploration with the toes, right? And that as you do that, when you really let this part come backwards, this part, opposite movement, yeah, that this does something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And
It's a stretch.
So explore this full range of motion. Do the opposite thing until you kind of go as far as you can. Yeah, and then reverse it and come on back. Excellent. Great. Mm-hmm. Cool. Mm-hmm. And so you could do this yourself. Like you could put your fingers in here while you're also exploring. Now, you're not going to know exactly where to touch at first, but it's really okay. Anywhere is helpful.
Okay.
And what you'll feel as you're touching is that some places are like soft and floppy like a puppy, and some are, you know, in various states of petrification. Where you find the stuff that's petrified, bring new life. Wiggle it around, try to use the muscle. If you're not sure how to use the muscle, it doesn't really matter.
So that's from both
Yeah.
from the outside and from the inside through the muscle itself, like through
Yeah.
and also from the surrounding areas. Then
Right. Like you will reach your fullest range of motion pretty quickly if you're trying to do an isolated part. But if you reach your full range of motion and then you allow the rest of the body to update in some way,
there's more space.
there's more space.
Yeah.
You can always create a little bit more space. And like a really nice way to illustrate this is just to hold both of your arms out as wide apart as you can, and even reach behind you now and externally rotate a little bit so your palms are forward. So you can't actually, right? So when you're here, you feel quite a lot of tension in both arms, right?
Yeah.
So if you just release this one and bring it across to the other side of your body, it changed quite a lot what's happening over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. this principle works in every part of your body.
Okay.
And very frequently, the part that you might move next, it's like really far away. It's like,
But it is making space for
sure,
something that needs space
yeah,
here.
if you have something happening in your right ankle, it could be your left shoulder or even your left hand or a tilt of your neck a little bit.
Oh, wow.
That increases the space enough that you have now some more movement capacity. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And this is like the body basically, yeah,
Yeah.
knows what to do, has an idea like,
Mm-hmm.
if this muscle or fascia needs more space, if I do with my
Yep.
neck, then...
Yep. And when I'm touching your big toe here, what I'm noticing is that its resting position is rotated a little bit such that the side here closer to your second toe is going up,
Yeah.
right? This is kind of, so there's more weight being borne here on this surface of the toe. But actually...
So my big toe is a bit like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And so if you can, do the opposite thing. Now, this movement of your big toe, it's compatible with inversion. Now, your ankle is permanently inverted.
Mm-hmm.
So you might think you don't want to do this, but actually, when you invert now the big toe, but you, at the same time, evert from the ankle, then you have access to this weight-bearing surface that's more here, inside the foot. It's not here. It's really in here. Can you try to grow towards this contact? Yeah. Play with it from your whole body. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be something happening here and here and here. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And now retract, like retreat. Allow me to win. Yeah. All right. And then again, grow. Come on.
And this is
can
also
do
a
it.
thing, right? Go sort of make the journey a couple of times.
Oh yeah, repetitions. Yeah. Everything that we do, we're gonna repeat like a bunch of times, and it's never actually being totally repeated because right now I'm touching one specific location. If you allow me to win a little bit, really yield and soften, right, and now grow into it again. This is a little bit different than how it felt last time. And as you push, and you can go much further, great, that I'm then going to slide to the next spot.
So you rep, but
Yeah.
slightly
So
different
now I've
pressure
updated,
points.
Yeah, I've updated my position. So as you allow, through some yielding, I'm pushing in a different spot.
Yeah, so I'm also doing a different yielding in a sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And the yielding really happens through relaxation. So you don't have to know how to do it. Actually, my finger is the thing that's doing the thing. What you're doing is mostly just allowing your body to compress.
Yeah.
And from that compression, you can then grow. More from here too. Contracting back here, contracting back here. Yeah. Great. And now see if you can feel, or maybe you want to take a quick look at what I'm doing, just a quick look.
Whoa,
So
right.
I've got my fingers and I've kind of hooked around, and I'm playing with trying to like peel the big toe, the bottom side, towards the inside edge of my foot. This is what would correct for the rotation that's happened, right? So if the big toe is fallen so that this top part is moving to the edge and the bottom part is getting collapsed on the inside, this is totally compatible with this toe shape, which your shoes would force you, and then you have a bunion here. This is really normal toe position for people.
Yeah.
So to correct it, you want to encourage the top part of the toe to rotate towards the foot,
Yeah.
and the bottom part you pull towards the edge, right?
Yeah.
The exact same process is
So
valid
you-
for your pinky toe.
So you also
collapsed in the
sort
other
of
way.
just, so I get it, you do pull your bone to a degree into a different position.
Yeah. Put your finger where you think it belongs. Let me feel. So I'm gonna now let me put my finger. Can you try to get your fingers right in there where mine are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So part of the issue is that your hand is too closed. can you make a bit more of a, like the fingers bend?
Can you do the wrong thing? And the right thing? Okay, so not too wrapped around the foot?
The idea, and it's still about this concept of positive and negative,
Okay.
that as I approach this bone, if I can get a little bit on the other side of it first and then come back, is like if I'm climbing and there's a hold, this is a crimp position, this is also a crimp position, but when you're down here, it's also functional for holding on, but on really, really tiny holds, you actually need to get above them in order to get the leverage to hold on to them. So
it would be a bit of flattening against the foot to...
Right, yeah. Okay. And it could be that it's uncomfortable for your shoulder or your elbow or your hand to do this. Like, I'm only able to do this after like years of training my whole body, including how to like make these shapes with my hand, which I took for granted for a long time. But I eventually realized, oh no, I do have like tons of like fine motor control to individually move different fingertips forward and backward.
Mm-hmm.
And like this ability is part of how you can touch a broad area. For example, I can touch your leg. Can you let it? Yeah, go ahead and make sure that your spine is still comfortable too. So like I can touch this whole broad area here with these 6 fingers, and I can very easily sense that like this spot here moves the most easily. This one. This one is next, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then no, this one, and then this one. It gets basically progressively worse as I move away from this point in either direction. So if I'm asking myself, where should I begin the process of working? I found the most open part here. And so I'm going to get in like right next to there.
Okay.
And wiggle around and see if I can pull, imagining like, what if this muscle is wrapped up in a encasing that is also wrapped around the bone?
Mm-hmm.
Because the fascia, it can really wrap anything.
Yeah.
Muscles, tendons, nerves, bones, it's all wrapped in fascia. There's fascia everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes you do need to like really press right on the bone and scrape something off of it. The same way, like if you had some sticker residue on a thing, you have to like use some abrasion and some friction. But again, when you're trying to scrape a thing off, you wouldn't have as much luck if you were pulling with a flat surface. There's some edge. If you can get under it, then you can peel it.
Yeah.
So this angle of approach, what I call getting positive, it's a different application of getting positive, but it has the same outcome, which is now you are approaching with a shape where you're using your body's curving lines of fascia. You're using gravity as well. I really try to, when I'm hooked in, I'll make a shape where I'm in and I'm engaged here, and you see where I'm touching here and here and here. And now feel how when my shoulder blade pulls back, it's a lot more pressure, right?
Yeah.
Now the other option would be to already have the shoulder blade back when I make the first contact, and I just fall with my body weight. So if before you start to add pressure, if you've already made an integrated shape where you have nice connection here all the way to my center, then I can just lean back.
Yeah.
And what you feel is gravity. Gravity accelerates at 9.8 meters per second squared. It always does. So I don't actually have to work that hard to give you something that feels natural. Gravity's natural.
Yeah.
If my body can just make a shape that is comfortable for me, that's integrated, where I'm not rigid, but I'm strong. And then as gravity falls, I can even soften a little bit from the scapula. maybe 9.8 meters per second is too fast. Maybe I want to let off a little bit while I'm falling. And the way that I know how fast to move is because I'm always moving in relationship to your movement. I don't ever want to go faster than you. So it's a really active process of receiving by doing.
Yeah, because throughout all of this scraping and loosening, the body part that is being scraped, or that I'm self-scraping, let's say, it's always moving as well.
It's participating. It's guiding the process more than the hand.
Well, but participating, but does that also mean moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
participating can mean many things.
What else might it mean in this context?
I don't know, like flexing and...
That's movement.
Or tensing.
That's movement.
Sure. Okay.
So your question reveals to me that you have some sort of like framework around what participation.
I don't have a framework. I'm trying to get one.
Right.
So because I am getting the scraping and the fascia part, but
I have an idea. The first time I went for a massage, I went because it was free. I had like gone to a yoga class, and the teacher didn't show up, and the studio was like, "Oh my gosh, we're so sorry. Have a free spa treatment."
Okay.
So I got a professional massage, and I was like, "Okay, cool." I didn't really know anything about massage at that point in time. I thought it was just like a thing where someone strokes your skin, right?
Yeah.
And what this guy basically did was, in one session, he took my shoulders from this position to this position, and I was like, "How the fuck did you do that?" I had no idea that they had started from here. When they got to here, I was like, "Oh my God, this is so much better." Little did I know that eventually they come all the way down to here, right? When I received the bodywork from him, the modality that he used is like a sports massage with oil, with elbows, and like really like getting into the muscles, like digging the elbow into the muscle itself. Now, if the person is tensing up while you do that, it doesn't work very well. It works much better if the person's totally relaxed.
Yeah.
So his instructions to me was, just breathe and relax.
Yeah.
Let your mind drift away. You don't need to pay attention to what's happening here. I'm going to lift your arm up. It's better if you don't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to manipulate it.
Just undergo it.
Right. And so I was not really participating in the process.
Yeah.
I very actively was trying to not participate in the process.
Yeah. These was an instruction.
Right, exactly.
Don't participate.
So the instructions in dynamic relating and dynamic release and dynamic movement, which are all one thing, is that you constantly participate.
And what, because I have a really clear concept of your first spa treatment type of response.
Yeah.
But I want to build my concept of this very different concept of participating and relating and so on. So what I have is, what do I have? Flexing, how do you say?
Inverting and everting.
Inverting and everting. Flexing and extending.
Yep.
Checking now and then that the rest of the body is going along and it's not just happening here or here or wherever.
Yeah.
What are other elements of participation?
Core tension.
Core tension.
Yeah. So basically, you can be totally relaxed in your belly, or you can be kind of like before I was saying, like in order to bring your ankle into correct shape, right now requires that you consciously engage some muscles.
Yeah.
The same is true in your stomach. There's like some muscles that like, if everything's relaxed and soft here, the way that my legs are relating to each other is different than if I... And I'm even noticing that as I really turn mine on, I have to pee. Okay. And it's actually like, it's difficult to properly engage your abdominal muscles if the organ systems are too big. Right now, my bladder is quite large. Yeah. Sometimes the stomach gets quite large.
Yeah.
In other people, they might have chronic disease related to inflammation where the kidney or the liver gets too big. Or Let's imagine that the intestines are also just like full of bile and that the person's not digesting well. Everything's inflamed. And so eventually the belly cavity gets larger.
Yeah.
And also they become fatter. And eventually you just can't do anything here, actually.
Yeah.
And all the movement comes from the limbs.
Yeah.
Also, the spine then doesn't really participate as much anymore because all of this movement of the spine also puts pressure on the organ systems. So, foundational principle, when you are doing this like moving from everywhere thing, think of it more that you're really moving from here.
Okay.
From the center, from the navel and just below the navel. And that actually will result in, if you don't inhibit it, like this contraction here will affect your leg here. So when I contract here, that like one of my legs really wants to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really need to pee. I feel like it's a good spot for a break.
Yeah.
Shall we take 5?
Let's do it.
Cool. Meow meow.